This is the Wahamakwani, well known as Miss T. I am at RMAA. I'm invited to motivate women at their Women's Day celebration event. Just keep a lookout and check it.
We work in different types of jobs at RMA, but one thing that touched me the most is that the ladies are a minority at RMA, but we pull so much strength. The guys now have to work 6 and all that because all the beautiful ladies are not here. So you can imagine the gaps that we fill while while we're there. So we don't always get the appreciation from men, especially in society, that we actually do everything every day. We are mothers, we are wives, we are operators, we are accountants, whatever. And then we still have to come to work and still put it through and still put a smile on our face and act like everything we do. So that was one of the reasons why we wanted to just show appreciation to the RMA ladies. And then we are joined by our guest speaker, Ms. T. So she'll be sharing with us some inspiration for us women, especially because it's Women's Month. And we go through self-esteem, and then that's why she's coming to talk about. We are also joined by Monica Pretoria from She will just introduce herself quickly, how she's associated with RMA. We're also joined by Ms. Tiva from the Give Them Hope Foundation, the foundation that we sponsor as RMA, but she's also going to give us a brief on how we met last year and how we are doing as RMA towards this year. So I'm going to hand it over to Monica so that she can just explain how she's affiliated.
A better job than she can. So I'm so proud of Molly.
I think we're going to give our guest speaker a chance to say a couple of things to us. And then I'll go over to Ms. T and then she can say inspirational words to us.
Good morning, beautiful ladies. My name is well known as Miss T. I'm a young girl from a small town called Brits in Madibeng, and I'm very happy to be here with you. Just before I go into my motivation, because we just ate and I don't want people to fall asleep, I want us to play a bit of an icebreaker so that I also get to know who you are and everyone. This is a women's event. I don't want it to be like, now Miss T is talking and we're in a boardroom and it's quiet. We're here to have fun. It is time for you to let loose from your office work and your day-to-day work. My icebreaker is very simple. I just need to know what you have in your purse. I know ladies love bags, small purses. So show me one item that you really love, that you know that you can't leave the house with, and tell us why that item. Or if you don't have a purse or don't have an item specifically, maybe take out a coin, look at the back of the coin, look at the year that coin was made in, and just tell me what that year represents to you. Simple name. So I think I'll start with my sister. I didn't come alone, I came with my sister. Her name is Tata. My sister started because, yeah, she's my sister and I can pick on her.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Yeset. My name is Tata Mafani, aka Tatalicious, because it's delicious. What I have in my purse is my business card. So I basically run a business that started during COVID when I was recently retrenched from the motor industry, unfortunately, or fortunately, it depends how you look at it, either half full or half empty. So I carry my business card because I believe that I need to be visible, and I can give you guys my business card so that you can see what I do. And I'm also a speaker, I'm an actress. Some of you might have seen, maybe you didn't know, Zanzi Magic and Don. And I run what I don't call it a catering company. It does do catering, but it's a home restaurant. So I give catering services and I also sell as you order. So this is me.
Tell me your name, where you're from. Maybe tell me what you do because I'm not really familiar with RMAA. Tell me what you do and then what you have in your purse. Okay, this is
Good morning, ladies. My name is Lisa Komalepule. I'm an HR officer in RMA, and this is what I can do without my phone.
Give her a coin.
Hi everyone, my name is Sina Musute. Mosupyoe. And operator at RMA. I don't have my purse, I have nothing with me, but they gave me coin. I think it's 2 rand. I can't clearly see. That's the only thing I have.
What do you do at
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nafiso and I have this. I don't have this. I use it to fill the petrol.
What's your favorite?
I'm an accountant at RMAA.
Okay, I'm Olivia. I'm the HR and payroll administrator at RMA. My husband's got. Melissa, accountant. Wait. If they need something fixed, I'm always got it.
Yeah, don't mess with Melissa.
Supply chain administrator, and this is big to me.
So I always have my red lipstick. You can see I've got the thinnest lips in the room. So if there's not lipstick on, then you don't even notice it. And when I've got it on, I feel dressed.
Wow, so I've got a change of bag today, so there's actually very little in it compared to the usual kitchen sink and everything else that goes in it. So today is keys.
You can get into place. What do you always say?
Natasha. I'm Natasha, I'm the finance manager.
Hi everyone, I'm Marcel. Well, I change bags a lot. So today the most important thing that I'm carrying is the RMA credit card. So
We're all going.
Hello, I'm Shanice.
yeah, manager.
Okay, hello guys. I'm Portis and I'm an operator at RMA. So I'm sure all of you know that this is my signature. And my bag. I always have two pairs today and Vasily.
Hi everyone, I'm Gunolo Mangina and I'm an operator. I carry my notebook to write data orders. I thought you were going to be doing much of orders
Hi everyone. My name is Tabitha Makaba. I'm in quality inspector and this is what I do.
Hey everybody, I'm Diniko, I'm a quality inspector at RMAA. Guys, I have these. Most of you guys so, I'm in Bogor. It doesn't have to be a smart idea.
I agree.
Hello everyone, my name is Mikuli. I'm working at QA department. The only thing that I have here is a phone. As you see, okay, I like taking pictures.
My favorite thing today is this heel. It makes me look good and it doubles as a weapon.
My name is Pinky Mochiba. I'm the manager at Given Home. I couldn't find anything, but I got this coin for my team, and I don't like the year because my husband was my boyfriend by then. He was 21. There was this other lady next to me, and then they were playing that we do. It's night shift. Yeah. So separated from
Everyone, my name is Tolek Bok. I'm operated RMA and I'm always with my phone.
Yes. What happened? 1985. My sister was born and you were busy with boyfriends. Yeah. Okay, so Mama Kwani, Miss T, I am a motivational speaker, I'm a preacher, I am an author, I am a holistic counselor. Sure, I am a lot of things.
But it's so inspiring to hear ladies who are so qualified and doing such big things. So I'm like, yo, God, I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, I'm going to speak to operational managers and operators and all that. But yeah, no, I'm very inspired. Today, I'm not going to talk about a lot of things. I was just given a brief of talking about gender-based violence, being vocal about what's happening on your day-to-day basis, ways of uplifting you as women working in the men field or in a male-dominated society. So when I was preparing, or when Masiho called me, I was sleeping when she gave me a call about coming to speak, and I was like, sure, I don't know this company, I don't know what they do. And then I Googled, because when I heard that you modify cars, I thought you would pimp my ride. So I had to go on Google to see what you actually do, and I was like, oh, that's why we saw these construction companies, and now I never knew where they do that, so now I know. So yeah, I was very shocked when I went on the internet. But when I was preparing and I asked God about what am I going to speak about, I didn't hear the word motivation. He said that I came to speak to people who are survivors. So I'm here to say congratulations. I'm here to say well done. Because I know that each and one of you sitting here, there's battles that you have fought. So I'm here to say you have done a good thing. You have fought a good fight and you have done well. So I'm just here to congratulate you, and I just want you to give yourself a pat on the shoulder to say, wow, woman, you have made it. You have come so far. With all the challenges that you've been through, you have made it. Give yourself a hug. I know a lot of you can't celebrate yourself. Isn't that time to allow yourself to celebrate yourself, to say, actually, you know what? I am the thing, hey? I am that girl. I made the things to make the parts to happen. And with this thing with Black, you know, vocalistic, I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with him. He's an piano artist. He says, Black is color ya manyora. Yes! It's loosely translated to say, Black is the color of boss ladies. So, you know what, when you're wearing black on black, hey, girl, you are boss lady, Olinyora. And with the Dukumbogoto. So, you know what, yeah, I'm very inspired. So with gender-based violence, I just want to share a short background of a story about my life, where I've been. I've experienced gender-based violence in all sorts and forms and sizes. My mom was abused by my stepdad. So I lived in a home that was very loud. A lot of people that knows abusive homes, you know, that's that house that everyone knows about, like, that one. There's always screaming, there's always that. So we grew up in an environment where there was a lot of abuse happening, having to see your mom, who is a qualified nurse, having to seem so small and so powerless because of this man who's always abusing her, always trying to demean her, at a point where he wanted to isolate her from the society. And with that, what it does is that it made me start to attract males who were also abusive. Because one thing about gender-based violence is that it becomes generational. If you don't stand in the gap and cut it and say enough, it does not go to my children, your children get to experience it, and it somehow becomes part of their pattern. And as I was making a study with my family, I found out that my grandfather was abusing my grandmother. And then I also found out as we were going that my sister also experienced her share of abuse. So I'm here to say, if you are experiencing any gender-based violence issue, it is upon you to say enough. I stop it, it ends with me. Because if it does not end with you, your children and the next generation are going to experience that. And what gender-based violence does to a woman is that even though you are qualified, you've studied, you've done everything, it makes you lose your self-esteem. You no longer feel like you're beautiful. You no longer feel like you're worthy. You no longer feel like you're powerful enough to do your day-to-day work. And it is very tough to speak out about abuse, and I know how difficult that can be. But I am here to say, look around you. Look at the person next to you. You need to form a sisterhood. You need to be your sister's keeper. Because honestly, with women, we can't be trusted. We are the ones that break each other down. But today we are changing the narrative. We are saying with ladies from RMAA, we are not those women. We are not the one who's going to skin around about people's issues. We are going to be each other's sister's keeper. I thought I was going to bring my journal today because I wrote about it, but then I forgot it. But I designed a woman's journal where I speak about the importance of being each other's sister's keepers. Because of when I grew up, I had no one to speak to. But as I went into this field of being a motivational speaker, into ministry, I found that there were a lot of people who were like me, broken. Yes, would look beautiful, would dress up, and I would stand here and you would never know that I go home to a very loud house, a very toxic house, and I had to face it on a day-to-day basis, and I had to win it. And I believe that my children won't experience that because I stood on the gap and said, no, it will not happen with me, and I will no longer experience such. And one thing that gender-based violence does is that when you attract partners, you start attracting men that do not want powerful women. I don't know if you're like me. I've always experienced men who wanted to bring me down because they thought I was too much. And then what that does to you is you stop pursuing life. You stop wanting to achieve goals because you want to please this person. Because you think that I'm going to end up not being married because I'm this powerful person. Then I'm going to end up being alone. But I'm saying, no. There are men out there. Wink. There are men out there that are able to embrace you as a woman and love you correctly, but nobody can love you correctly if you don't love yourself. Let's be honest about it. Like, if you don't love yourself, how are you going to expect somebody else to love you? I had to sit down and not date, and that was the toughest thing. Like, I don't know, like when you're used to going from one partner to another, even on social media they say that you always need to have a backup in case. Like, you can't have one partner, you always have to have that one in case everything goes wrong. So I was always like that, but there was a time when I had to sit down and look at this woman in the mirror and say, girl, you're broken. You're not your mother. You're not the situations you encountered. Because like I said, with gender-based violence, it was not only experiencing my mom being abused, my stepfather also abused us. There was a time where my sister was in college and I was left alone with him because my mom had to go and work. I know, woman, you have to do what you have to do. And we were left alone in the house, and he chased me around with an ex. So I had to lock myself. Imagine I was in grade 8, locking myself in a room because this man wanted to hit me with this ex. And with that, I kept it in me. I never spoke about it to a point where, like, something I wanted to talk about speaking out, and the importance of speaking out is when I endured all these emotional traumas and having boyfriends and having a man rape me, because I also suffered rape. What that did to me is it did not only affect me emotionally, it affected me physically, to a point where I was now lately diagnosed with fibromyalgia, meaning that I live with chronic pain every day. So ladies, I'm here to raise an awareness to say, speak out. It is not good to keep things inside. Sometimes it does not matter that people will laugh at you as long as you take it out of you. Go for therapy, go for counseling. I never knew the importance of counseling until I myself went for counseling. Because when you speak, it lifts a weight off your shoulder. And when you speak out, like I said, you get to know that you're not the only one. There are if you look at this table, if we would all share what we've been through until where we are today, you would be shocked to know that this person, you see them at work on a day-to-day basis, but you never knew what they suffer or what they deal with when they get home. But I'm here to say, speak out before it becomes too late and you become like me, where I'm young, but I can't do a lot of things because now my emotions couldn't take it. It went physically. I also want to talk about you not getting burned out. one of the dangerous things that women do is you overwork yourself. I heard that you are mothers, you go to work, you try to be this perfect person at work, you go home, you try to keep the house together, or some of you are breadwinners. There's just so much that you don't give yourself time to breathe. And if you do not give yourself time to breathe, or to have something that you love doing, you are going to get burned out. And when you are burned out, you are useless. And your company is going to replace you. That's the saddest thing about it all, is that you overwork yourself, and then tomorrow they will soon replace you. Or in your community they will replace you, or wherever you are. So you need to make time to have fun, to laugh. Don't always be serious. You should laugh. Go out there, do things that will make you feel young, will make you feel fresh. Apart from, be you. Have who you are apart from what the community say you are. Have who you are apart from what your husband, your children say that you are. You need to have that moment with yourself. Those are very important, to have self-talks, self-affirmation, to say, you know what, Miss T, you're beautiful, you're good enough, you can do this, you are able. You know, all those things, when you do self-affirmation, they help you carry on a day-to-day basis, because we live in a very toxic world. And if you don't love yourself, nobody else is going to love you. So I'm here to say, break the silence against gender-based violence. I know a lot of us experience it in many different ways, but talk to someone. Talk to someone before it's too late, before you have to suffer emotionally, physically, or mentally, before you have to lose everything because you can't hold everything in you anymore. There's always someone to talk to. And I also wanted to speak about ways of uplifting you women. I don't know even why I should uplift you, because you're already uplifted. You're doing all these awesome things. But I saw a post on Facebook when one guy wrote that women cannot live without men. And I was like, what? Like, yeah, women need men. But now knowing that there are women working in a male-dominated society, man, I wish I could just bring that guy here and say, hey, ha ha ha, there are women out there doing it. So it is so encouraging. You need to look at yourself and say, I'm boss. I made it in a place where people said women cannot be, but I am doing it. It is something that you shouldn't look down on or think it's very small. It's very big. What you're doing, I don't care if you are sweeping at that company, or you're making tea, or you are in the management department, whatever you're doing, as long as you are in a male-dominated society, you are showing and changing the narrative to say women can do whatever they put their mind to. Because that guy said, because you have menstrual cycle, so you are very emotional. I'm like, what's this guy talking about? I've seen my sister work in the motor industry with a menstrual cycle, so I know that it can be done. So it is very encouraging. So today I don't want to say a lot of things. All I wanted to say is well done. That's all I came to say. Well done. Well done. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are in Bokoto, in Women's Month. This is what those women were fighting for. To see women standing up, to see women getting educated, to see women going into places that they said they cannot go, women changing their narrative. And you are the woman that this world has been looking for. You are freaking amazing. Give yourself a round of applause, because you are amazing. So that's all I wanted to say. I don't know if you expected me to come with a big thing, but that's all I heard to say. Speak out. Be each other's sisters, keepers. Love one another, women. Let us change the narrative. Let us stop this thing, Yahweh. We talk about people's issues. Let us keep each other. Let us protect each other. Let us fix each other's crowns. Let us not just be beautiful in the outside, but in the inside. Because if women stand together, man, we we can run this world. Thank you very much.